All right, peoples, let's get started on YieldMax Group C estimates. All right, so Group C stands for Cony. That's how I always remembered this one. Cony, Fiat, Msfo, Amdy, Lfgy, Airbnb, PP, Ulty. We're going to get a first payment in Carvana. They launched, what date do I have? January 31. And then Morrow is the other monthly. I should move it up here and have all my weeklies together. I have the weeklies color coded. So as you guys know, Ymax, Ymag, and Lfgy, Gpty, SD, and Qt, which will be real interesting when these get paid more. I can't wait. When I get about a month's worth of payments, I'm going to do my analysis and show them against Roundhill, Defiance, etc., and all the weekly payers. So that'll kind of be fun. For those of you that didn't see it, I put out 4 ETFs that I think everybody should own. And it's a changing landscape. Some of them are just classics. Yes, this is for the people that have many years to buy into it. And I think they're more conservative. But guys, I don't know that these super high yield are going to be sustainable, right? So you guys need to be thinking, what do I want to do for yield when the market turns against me? Do I want to have a fund that's loaded up on utilities, which is more of a safe haven in a really volatile environment? So I think people have to look at that. If it was so simple, Warren Buffett would, it was so easy, he would have just loaded up on some of these super risky things. But in the long run, these index and these averages work out. But I was telling the story of 1966 to 1982. That was 16 years of basically a flat market. Most people in those days measured the market by the Dow. Now we measure it by crypto, we measure it by AI. I mean, it's QQQ, but we even look at a subset. I mean, we have Mag 7s. All right, so let's jump in on Cony. What do you think? Well, I own some Cony that I bought again. It's dropped a little since then, but I did get in at a pretty good price. Considering, again, March should be ugly. Have we probably bottomed where we could bounce up on crypto? Maybe, but this certainly could get uglier before it gets better. All right, so what do I have? I have 59 cents for Cony. What did it pay last month? $1.04. Sorry, guys, blocking that. $1.04, 83, $1.30. But remember, what is this? This is the big run up, the Trump election, the pro crypto, but even before the September and October, those were dollars. We haven't seen anything. I've got 59 cents. It could be 60. I don't know. This will be a great test, but look at the yield on that. We're under $10, guys. The current price close on 228's 993. So my 59-cent estimate is a 77% yield. What's Coney's IV? 65. So I'd say anywhere between 54 and 64 is probably where YieldMax is going to pay. So I kind of went in the middle. Fiat, got to be loving Fiat right now because Fiat's kind of the opposite, right, of Coney. Although we're due for a bounce, even if the market goes down in March, which it should. Um, we will probably have a bounce in some of these things for a little bit. We even started that on the tail end of Friday. So at 105% yield, I got Fiat paying 70 cents. Well, guys, look at the change in price. So the last declaration, these are the prices. Here's our current prices. Um, and here's the change. There's only two funds And it's hard in a down market. The old adage that, swimming upstream against the current. So Cony was down $2.37. It was 12.30 last dividend date. So, at 9.93, that's significant. So Fiat is up $1.20. Well, look, it's up $1.20 from 743 up to 860. So that's swimming upstream. But again, it's a bear fund, right? It's a bear fund on Cony. Um, so it deserves the up. What's it going to pay? That's a hard one. I mean, it's paid. What's the October? Oh yeah, there's $1.87, $1.45. Interesting that it was doing so well and this was still paying. And then it dropped to 72.68 as this one started to roar. It was close 60 and 80, half here, $1.04 and 54, call it 55. I've got 70. It could be anywhere from probably 65 to 80 or 85. Real hard call on that one. All you can do on these estimates is pretty much guess. You look at the IV, you look at the change. When they hold like a portfolio, like a YMax or a Ymag or a Lfgy or Gpty, you try and look and see what the IV of all the underlying is. It's the best you can really do. So Microsoft, MSFO, I got 30 cents down, right? What's their change? Remember, the only other guy that's up is, I almost said PP. The only other one is up is Airbnb. Um, so I've got MSO down 64 cents. Microsoft's been fairly steady, but I have them dropping. I mean, again, could it be 30 to 34 cents? I think that's the range it's in with everything down. I got 30 and a half cents. AMD, poor beat up AMD. Although I like a lot, they've got a new GPU out, but again, that's on the consumer side. But that's where they play a lot. They've got some data center stuff too. Um, but I like their chip and CPUs. They're pretty power efficient. They're doing pretty well. You wouldn't know it by this 805 price, right? So 68 cents down, 873. It's now 805. I've got them at 32, down from one of their lows at 34. Again, 30 to 35 is probably where they are. All right, Netflix. Um, what do I have for Netflix? $1.07 last month. But look at that, 58, 86, 78. What else did Nick? 79, 51. So they're down, but they've only got now an IV of 31%. I've got them at 56 cents paying 49. I think I'm going to drop that to 55. Okay, Airbnb, another one that they're up 33. So that's the other fund that actually went ahead. It was 14.19 a month ago, and now it's 14.52. So I got 39. They've had a 39 over here. Eh, I'm going to go 40. Okay, PP, not down much, 15 from, it was 14. Oh, sorry, that's 15 to the positive. To the positive, Bruce. Okay. Did I get that math done right on the other one? Yeah, they're both up. 1419 to 1434. Oh, maybe I got something wrong. This one could be wrong. I'm going to go back to my 39. I think I typed something in bad on that one. Let me check. I know my current prices are right, but I've got two that were showing 14.19, and I don't feel like looking it all up right now. Let's go with with PP at my 42. All right, Ulty. This is the one that people have. There's a lot of haters of Ulty. There's a lot of people that love Ulty. I've always been mixed. I own some, but my price is very low on it. So I've just hung on to it because I think in general, since October, November, it's leveled out. Right now we're in a bear market for the last few weeks, right? So it's dropped, and that's some fairness, but just in general, it kind of stopped dropping. If you look at the chart, I want to get through this, so I'm not going to belabor you and go get a chart and pull it up. I've got them paying 47 cents. They've paid 80, 70, 57, 53. I think with them going down from 819 to 761, so they're down 58 more cents. And it's all that crypto holdings that they own underneath, right? And the crypto market's ugly right now. So 47 cents seems reasonable. And look at that, it's an 80% IV, all right, or 80% yield. Their IV is like 65, 70, so it could be lower. All right, Carvana, CVNY based on Carvana. Interesting. Now these things launch at like $55. So this stock is down 337 because last last price was 51.85. This one launched on January 31st. I believe that's what I looked up. Am I missing something? I am going to check this one. CVNY. I know this will be their first payment, but I want to look in here at historical data and see when they were launched. Yeah, January 31st. All right. So I have 219. Again, a guess. These funds, that's a 58.73 yield. The IV is 57.99. So it could be lower, it could be higher. Sometimes with these new funds, they like to juice it, right? They don't have to reserve quite as much. So if they want to overpay it to try and pull people in, they might do that. All right, Ymax. Let's jump into Ymax and Ymag. Ymax, you go to B, you look at the two pieces that were paid, and I filter that slightly. I got 21 cents. This stuff isn't rocket science. You're going to be within a couple cents of this. It's going to be 19 to 23 probably. And the same thing with Ymag, right? It's a Mag 7. Sorry. This one is where you go look to Group B and you see what the two payers were. Three of the monthly funds are two payers and one is one payer, right? I think, I forget which one, but this one clearly for B had decent payers. So with the Ymag, I got 23 and I got 21 for Ymax. Ymax is everything, right? It's all of the funds with the exception of the inverse, all the single stock funds, I should say. All right. Maro is down $10. It is ugly. But look at this. This is one of those stocks that's down at 26.51 but started over $50. So, and when did that launch for Maro? December 9th. Okay. So, 2 full months. December, January, no, 3 months. Um, that's down a lot. That's down like 50% almost. So it's pretty ugly. They're going to yield. They're going to yield this thing. So I got $1.78. I think it's somewhere between $1.50 and $1.90. All right, Lfgy. And look at the IV on it. It's got a high IV, right? It's related to crypto. So I got 56 cents for Lfgy. Uh, We got Lfgy and we got Gpty. All right. So with Lfgy, I got 56, and that was just a swag. Gpty, because it's paid 57, 53, 56, 62, I think they're going to keep it. It has, you know, IV is 30. It could be lower, guys. It could be 52 cents, somewhere between 50 and 60. All right, Gpty. They paid 31, they paid 32, they paid 29, and they paid 33. I think they want to keep people interested in this, and I think they're going to give them a little. It was down 464. Leffigy was down $8. I mean, the market's just been beat up. But I got them paying 33 cents. Could they pay 30 or 31? Sure. All right. SDTY, the S&P 500, the competitor to Roundhill, the weekly fund payer. Do they want to juice these a little to look good? Probably. They've been paying pretty decent. I've got 19 cents. I mean, the markets are down. Paid 22, they paid 19. They always try and pay a little more on the first payment. So this thing could be 19, 18, it could be 20. Could be I would say 17 to 20 is the range. I'm going with 19. Okay. Cutie for the QQQs, equivalent to what is that QDTE for Roundhill. I got 22.50. They paid 32, but they like to juice those first payments to get people really looking at them. Again, I think it's somewhere between 21 and 24. I kind of went in the middle. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Um, Take a look at my 4 ETFs. And again, please subscribe. More than half the people aren't subscribed. My subscriber count's pretty low. I got a pretty good view count, pretty good watch base, but it would help me. So it's not that, it doesn't really hurt you guys. All right, again, this is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation, not financial advice. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye for now.